everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Dream Team. The last episode, we climbed more, learned the side drill, encountered a crazy enemy called the pterodactyl that we're going to have to hunt down eventually, but we're going to wait till we have a new bro attack for that, because it'll make it slightly easier. They are incredibly tough foes that need some preparation before, because we were not prepared, and we kind of got our ass kicked. But, for now, we're going to go ahead, side drill into this cannon, doesn't matter which side you enter from, and we blast our way all up to a whole new section of this mountain, including a fountain of sorts, which seems a bit, interesting looking. But yeah, we flew up here. We are steadily making progress on the mountain. It's now snowing up here. You see this fountain here. They're talking about this fountain. Yeah, well, what about this fountain? What does this fountain do? It's amazing. Okay. Drink at your own risk. They seem to be a bit, suspicious. What is this fountain? It's all glowy and weird and crazy, and I don't know if I trust it. But well, of course we're gonna do the thing with the fountain. There's really no getting around it. So fountain indeed. That is the game plan. Drink water from the fountain. Of course we drink water from the fountain. Okay. Oh, okay. So we fell asleep apparently. That's cool and all. What is going on here? We just now there's text scrolling over in the sky. There's a scent. What is going on here? We just drank that fountain is full of drugs. That's really all that matters. That fountain is full of drugs. So the flutters, our mustache, traveling, finding a smell, endless mushrooms, tons of mushrooms. Oh, okay, Mario Bros, you kind of have a problem. Mushroom addiction's not very good, so they consume many. What is going on here? This is just weird and crazy and trippy. That was a drug fountain. That was a drug fountain. Definitely a drug fountain. His gloves caress the atmosphere. His soaking boots absorb the sea. He'll shrink. No, the bros are huge. Well, apparently that's what happens when you eat too many mushrooms. You grow big. They have grown so big they can destroy Bowser in a second. Well, okay. That's cool and all, I guess. A little. What? Just what? What? What is going on here? Oh. Well, that doesn't sound very good. Oh. Oh. That's right, guys. It's a game over fountain. You drink that. Remember, kids, drugs are bad. Okay, no, it's not actually a game over fountain. But that is seriously one of the funniest freaking moments. Oh, I love it! Literally, my reaction to doing it the first time was literally pretty much what I just said right now. Just what? 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 Like, that is the most just what the heck section ever. You basically just go on a massive drug trip and you get a fake game over. Just okay then. So it actually restores health, by the way. This fountain, going through that drug trip, you use these drugs to restore health, apparently. No, okay, it's not drugs, it's into a dream state. In a rush of ecstatic happiness. Our HP and BP have been restored, so if we try doing it again, we can be like, drink water from the fountain! And it actually takes you through the entire thing once again, by the way. But we can press B to skip at this time, and dreaming dreamy dreams! We restore full HP and BP. So it's actually it's the best mid-area restore point of all time. That's what it is. And that's one of the reasons why I love Dream Team. Sometimes they just do completely off-the-wall things like that. It's fantastic. But welcome to the second half of Mount Pajamaja. It is one heck of an awesome place. The music here is even better than before. Just, it's Snowland. It's so beautiful. It's crazy. So, as you can see, 2 more Mega Pillows await, so 2 more required pillows, actually. In fact, those are the only 2 pillows left to get on Mount Pajamaja, so a whole nother gate, so we have to get up to the top there, but getting up to the top is going to be no easy task. For as you can see, while there is wind to take us up there immediately, By the way, you can see, by the way, on the bottom screen that the pipe to return back down to the bottom of the mountain is there, too. So we'll have a shortcut soon. But, oh, Starlo, do you doubt the power of muscle? Because I kind of do, too, but that's okay. So, we have to keep climbing. It's probably at the peak. It's an RPG, after all. It has to be at the peak. But we're pretty close to the peak. We just need to get past that gate. However, as you can see, because of these blocks in the way, we can't actually get, higher until we break them. So we have to kind of make our way around this entire section instead. So, time to go here now. I believe the pterodactyl does spawn a lot more often on here. That being said, I'm going to try to avoid combat until I have the next bro attack, because I don't want to have to fight a pterodactyl, and that's the only expert challenge left to do here. So, and I've even shown off the bonus attack that these guys have, so I don't have to worry about them too much. So essentially we'll be fighting... We're basically going to, once we get to the end of the mountain here, hi, I don't want to fight anyone. Once we get to the end of the mountain, we're going to be using these guys to basically just try to find a pterodactyl, and when we're actually prepared to destroy it. Now, we could use a Boo Biscuit to make fighting the pterodactyls even easier. I do believe those help you with expert challenges, but we are manly men here. We are going to fight him head-on and win. The Tom Ball enemies are the hardest expert challenges in the game. They are very tough enemies. Their moves are pretty unorthodox. You don't really have that many opportunities to fight them either, so very intriguing. Now, we have a bit of another section over here where we have to actually combine together with the Massif Bros in order to progress further. So, the second half of this will actually be a 4-way effort to climb this mountain. So, basically, we're going to combine our spinning power, spin into them, and it'll spin them in that direction. And from there, we can, essentially, use them to break the ice here and progress further. So, very cool how that works. We can essentially use the Massif Bros to our great advantage. If by the way, if you do screw up a section, because as you can see there's a split in the path here, we could go downwards to continue further, or we could actually head upwards and be smart, because heading upwards is where the action, or the attack piece is. I don't know why I keep calling them action pieces, I'm a bit weird. We can still talk to them as well, by the way. Bump us! Don't bump the rump! Still my favorite line in this game so far. Don't bump the rump. So that's attack piece number 9. We only have one more to get before we are going to be even better equipped to take on a pterodactyl. Don't worry, by the way, if you haven't been able to, if you missed that attack piece, it is still gettable. Once we complete this whole section of the mountain, we'll actually be able to get a block that'll allow us to call them back to this area to get anything we missed. So there are no permanent missiles here, do not worry, even though it may seem like that. We will be able to get what we need, so do not fret. Do not have fear. And with that, we complete the section, and teamwork. Teamwork is victorious here. Teamwork is beef. That is the moral of the story. So, just get some more items along the way. More Womp Deluxes, which is nice that we're starting to get those. We do need to hit this thing. It doesn't really give us a way back as far as I'm aware, because I'm pretty sure that this is lower than the... Yeah, I don't think we could, like, spin jump across there, because, yeah, this definitely appears to be higher up than the other section is, so... In fact, it actually is. So, yeah, I don't really know what the purpose of that was, but it's a thing. We can now backtrack, though, by just hitting this thing. This will bring one of these platforms back, which, as we know, allows us to easily get back up here, so... Always good to have that in hand. There we go. And then we just kind of continue to make our way across this. And that's the first of 2 sections to get this mountain. We're actually going to be able to get up this mountain probably in one video, which is nice. I thought these sections would take longer than I thought, but there we go. Freeze up one section. We can now kind of use this to fly back up here if we need to. But unfortunately, we need to get a little bit higher before we can finish this section. So let's continue. One more section of things. I guess since we're avoiding all the enemies, it does make this go. But, hi, I said I'm avoiding the enemies today, Mr. Mountain Face Guy. So, I would appreciate it if you respected my wishes there, Mr. Guy. Thank you, and have a nice... Hi, you respect my wishes too, dumbbell! Oh, hey, another Muscle Lord! So, Muscle Lord Balance. In the War of the Dark Calestarians. He basically just rolls around on a balance ball and destroys his foes, which is pretty fantastic, so... his vantage point from a balance ball. He's fantastic. I love the Muscle Lords. They're such... it's the Mario and Luigi spirit right there. That's what it is. Full-on Mario and Luigi spirit. So, as you can see, another section where we have to use the Massif Bros, so, This one's a bit more difficult than before, so this time we can basically send them forward like this, but now there's wind. So the wind will actually blow them off course, so this actually requires timing now. Because if we hit the wind, they will basically be set down here, and they'll fall in the lava and die! Yay, we killed the Muscle Bros! Okay, well, obviously we didn't kill them, because no one dies in a Mario and Luigi game. That's just against the rules. We're not affected by the wind at all, by the way. Only they are. Yeah, I want to bump you. You were in my way. There we go. So we'll send them up this way. There's more wind this way, though, so we have to be extra careful. We can actually spin jump across this gap, though, to get the final attack piece, which means a new bro attack. Always cool to have. So now we'll be able to use this bro attack to take on the pterodactyl even easier. So we tilt the 3DS left and right to pilot the thing, jump on the A and B button, and then we're going to slam down to them. So let's actually see this in practice here, because that's what I like to do. I like to practice each one. So I like the drop chopper, though. It's your stereotypical really powerful attack, basically one-hit attack, essentially, that you usually get in Mario and Luigi games. So the drop chopper will be an attack that we use quite often in this game. The faster you get onto the craft, the more damage you will deal. So you basically just tilt your 3DS right and left, quickly get Mario and Luigi on in one go. And then it does do some AoE as well, but it'll definitely pinpoint damage to a target for pretty heavy damage as well. So it's a fairly potent attack. It only costs 7 as well, so it's only the same cost as the cannons that we have as well, the bye-bye cannons. So a pretty good attack for Luigi to have. We'll definitely make good use of that. But in fact, we'll be using it quite soon when we take on the pterodactyls for realsies this time. The winds should be gone, so go, 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 go! Yeah, you made it! Good job, Massif Bros. And yeah, we'll have a new bro attack to show off, which means another expert challenge, of course, to take care of, which we will do in due time. And this one, be careful of the time, because if you screw this up, you won't be able to get back. So wait for the wind to come down, to go away, because we actually have to use the wind to take the Massif Bros where we want to go. But we want to unlock this side first, because we want to be able to get this. So if you actually screw this up and they hit the wind, you'll actually have to go all the way back across this whole section for it to work, because once they're down here, they are not coming back up, basically. So keep that in mind. Can we actually cross this gap with this? We can. Huh. Okay. That's a thing. Interesting. Don't even need to hit the bros over here, of course. We can try to. I mean, we can try to hit them back up this way as well. But if you do, the wind will always knock them back this way, and you'll be unable to get them. No matter what you do, you'll not be able to get the bros back over here. You can try to like go the long route over here to try to get them back to return back, but no. Once you screw this up, it is impossible to get it back. So you can try to hit them over this way, but it will only end. Well, they're gonna actually cross like the entire thing, but it'll end in disaster. They'll fall into that lava over there. So that being said, it was what, like 10 coins? So in the end, it really doesn't matter. But if you're OCD like me and you really need to get every item block, then I have like massive RPG OCD. Ask anyone who's anyone. I have the biggest OCD when it comes to RPGs. Everything has to be perfect or I just freak out. But that's why I'm a Let's Player. Yay! So, oh yeah, we got a hammer. We should probably, you know, equip that, because it's actually a really good hammer. In fact, it'll finally be the hammer that usurps the almighty birthday hammer, because it does do 6 more damage, and, yeah, with that, we're actually in pretty good shape. And do we have any boots for... I think we're going to get boots later that'll actually replace the knockout boots, so very soon, Luigi will have both knockout things, and Mario's going to have just some really, really good equipment, so... Oh yeah, actually, we're going to be getting it, now we have a new attack. That means we actually have a new thing from the Mad Skillathon. And while I normally wouldn't want to backtrack all the way back to Wakeport just to do a Mad Skillathon, the item you get from the Mad Skillathon for the drop chopper is actually extremely strong. So we're actually going to want to do that, possibly even next episode to be able to do that. So if you ever need the Massives help again, you just basically hit that block and you can recall them over here and they will come help you out and it'll be good times. So 2 more beans. Is this actually all the beans we have to get? How many beans were there in, I believe 17 might be the number? And we are at 16. So we might be, I forget if it's either 16 or 17. It might actually even be 16. We should be extremely close, basically, to the number of beans that we need. We're not going to drop down, because if we drop down, we're going to backtrack all the way over here. We're going to wait to unlock the easy way, and then I'll show you what happens when we hit that block. I believe there should be a thing over here that would let us get back easy, and there is. This will obviously unlock a platform to let us climb back up, so let's backtrack now to show off that this happens. So you can go over here, you can be like, oh, you are a beautiful looking block, I'm going to punch you in the face. And that'll make the Massif Bros show up again and be ready to be flung places, so you know what, hang on, we're just gonna... You! Go over there! Haha! I am now beef! So yeah, you can just leave them behind if you want to, though. So, if you ever need them to break more ice, you can recall them over there. I'm pretty sure one spawns on the other side. We'll actually go check that out once we progress a little bit further and make our way back there a bit more. Just to find out, just in case. Just because I'm curious. Just because I can. So, with this, we can break this, and we actually have full access to the top now. From there, all the way up, as the Massif Bros will demonstrate. All the way up to the 2 Mega Pillows, which, of course, we will be doing these Mega Pillows probably next episode. Actually, I mean, the clock right now is actually looking really good. I didn't actually drag last episode on as long as I did. I guess we'll make this a shorter episode. Oh, there we go. There's number 17. Hurrah! So, we actually didn't need to drag that episode on as long as I thought we did, because we're actually in pretty good shape now. Interesting. So, let's go ahead and, I guess, head up there, because there's no reason to end the episode at 16 minutes. This whole section took me way less time than I thought it would. It really did. So, a couple more Mega Pillows here. They'll open the gate for us, of course, but let's go ahead and I guess we'll just take care of these Mega Pillows in this episode, and then we'll have a sort of, we'll basically have a side episode very soon where we get the Pterodactyl, backtrack, we'll take care of Kylie, we'll take care of the Mad Skillathon, we'll talk to Eldream. We'll basically have, I guess, next episode will be the, side quest episode, and then the episode after that, we're gonna have a boss to fight, because, you know, after climbing a mountain like this, we're gonna have a boss to fight. Of course! Do not get comfortable, though, because this section of the Dream World is different, and that actually means that we're gonna have a new enemy to accidentally jump on, and... Does this ruin the no-hitter? I'm not too sure if that ruins the no-hitter or not. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's check out what these enemies do. So, their first attack is they will essentially shoot things at you. There's an ice one, a fire one. You cannot jump on the fire one. You can jump on the ice one, however. So, they have the ice ad and the mag ad. The other interesting thing about these guys is when you jump on the ice one, it'll actually, or when you damage one, it'll actually change to the other one. So now we have 2 fire ones. Doesn't really matter about opposite ones. And then their other attack will be basically they'll swarm you and you have to watch for the bubbles and hit them immediately. You actually do not have much time at all to hit them. And then I believe they have a third attack, which they haven't shown yet, but we will fight these guys often enough that we will see it eventually anyway. Does this count as a no-hitter? It does count as a no-hitter, so there we go. No-hitter taken care of. Easy peasy. We'll actually encounter these guys. These guys are probably you guys we're going to run into quite often, though, because as you can see, we have ice physics on this part of the mountain. And note the 2 kind of formations of the mountain actually will come into play for the Dream World section of this area, because essentially, hang on, which way am I going? Okay, this looks like it's just extra stuff, so let's go do this first. Basically, there'll be an interesting... The Dream World section for this is pretty interesting, is basically what I want to say. You know what, I didn't show off all their attacks, so let's go ahead and fight one more of these guys, just to show off what else they can do. And they can also spawn in groups of 3 as well. The initial attack will change them as well, so keep that in mind. Okay, so this is actually a bit more complicated version of this attack, so just be prepared for any of them to show up, and you'll be good to go. As I've mentioned before, and I mean, I've shown this off before, but as I've mentioned before, plus I kind of wanted to just stall, just to allow extra time for them to do. Okay, well, here's a different formation of this attack. Obviously, do not jump on the ones who... also, the fire ones go slower than the ice ones, keep in mind. As you can see, you have to decide whether or not to jump based on that as well. Do they have another attack? I could have sworn they had another attack, but I can't even think of what it would be. Because so far, they've pretty much only done one thing. Oh, this is the other attack. They charge at us, but that only matters when there's only one left. So that's the key, and then the key for that one is basically wait for their heads to not be on fire or on ice. The ice ones will also hurt if you jump on them until they are cooled off. It's a rare situation where like they suddenly become unable to be jumped on, which we're actually going to see here. These guys can still not be jumped on during this case, so you have to wait for them to cool off like that, and you'll be good to go. You only have really one chance to counterattack them. In the end, dodging is more important anyway, though, so not too concerned. This should finish the guy off. And yeah, those are the kind of attacks that deal with the Magmad and Ice Ad enemies. So that takes care of those guys. Now we can just avoid combat from now on and continue to head forward. Sounds like a plan. You can be careful, because I know there's a guy down here. It is kind of hard to avoid enemies because you slip and slide, like a slip and slide in this section, so be careful. An Ultra Candy, so worthwhile in the end, but I'm going to be very careful dodging this guy. You get some momentum, and there we go. So avoiding the guys of the ice physics in this game can get a little bit tricky, so keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and progress further. We've shown off the final enemy of this section, basically. And yeah, you can kind of imagine what this is going to be all about. It wouldn't be a section without a giant ice fist! And more of the whole dodging, or more of the whole... this puzzle thing, basically. So, let's do this puzzle thing, basically. So, 30 seconds on the clock, but a bit of a tougher section. This is especially where we do not want to have Luigi bogging us down, so quickly climb up here. And then, actually having Luigi down there actually just becomes a benefit in case that, as you can see, this time we have 4s that are in the upside down area, so we actually have to get the one that's oriented correctly in order to progress. So, oh my god, this is actually kind of tough because ice physics! You're oriented correctly. Just to get one more. I have time. Oh, you're down there. Luigi! That's why I want to leave Luigi down there, because he can get any of the ones that spawn down there. Easy peasy. And with that, that's the last nightmare chunk. And then I have to ask myself, do I want to continue further in this episode? Or do we do the other Mega Pillow quickly? I think the other Mega Pillow is fairly quick, if I remember correctly, so I think we can fit that in and then make next episode purely a side quest episode by doing that. So that seems like perhaps the best plan of attack. So perhaps we shall do that. And then from there, we'll basically have an episode of side quests and then an episode with a boss fight, which will be pretty cool. Unless I just did the side quest now and did the Mega Pillow during the episode of the boss fight. No, let's just go ahead and have another long episode just to get this taken care of. So, yay, I'm free again! Well, we revive the friend, blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, you can actually leave the area first if you want to do the other pillow first, or if you want to talk to the Massif Bros or go down the pipe or anything. So, I'm going to talk to you again because you're fat and adorable! He's lonely. If you actually talk to these guys, they're like, oh man, I wish the Muscle Lords would show up. And then they're like, it's impossible. Is magic meat that appears from nowhere. The Muscle Lords have great power! Or, you know, they just don't understand what's going on when we do. Before we do that the other pillow, let's quickly head over to this section and get this. Because it's a super nut! How nuttalicious. And actually, you know what, looking at the clock, it's gonna be easier to... No, you know what? If it means a shorter episode in the future, I don't necessarily mind. Let's just do... It just makes more sense to do the pillow now, make a longer episode now, and then have a shorter episode during the boss. Because the boss fight and the cutscene after the boss fight will probably not be a super long episode, because the boss is actually going to be fairly quick. But, all things considered, I'd rather just get this taken care of now. It just makes more sense at a time to stop the episode point, because it's... Oh, this is a longer section than I thought it would be, though. Well, I've committed to it, though. Let's do it. Long episode, go! For some reason, I just thought this was gonna be more of the, this was gonna be a more puzzly thing. Although it is just a section where we have to use the spin jump, so they're not actually terribly long sections. I can actually try to drop through this thing, which you can't actually drop through it. The wind will actually stop you if you try to drop, but there's only spikes down there, so there's nothing hidden down there in case you were wondering. Never fear. So now you have another section where you just kind of fly around and get coins, do things. You can drop down here to get an item. Nope, I need to get rid of this first, because I am too big to get this item. Hiking boots! These are interesting boots, actually. They essentially will allow... they basically do more damage based on the steps on the pedometer. of the 3DS, which is kind of a really awkward mechanic. And I'm not sure how powerful they get, but I'm not going to be arsed to walk up a 3DS on just to power up boots in a video game. It just kind of seems a little silly. If we want to backtrack, we can use the curtain to our left there to get all the way back up to the top fairly easily. In fact, I think we kind of have to do that in order to get this 100 coin thing, so I'm actually going to drop really low. How did I not get that? How did I actually not get that? I would like to know this. How did that happen? I very clearly touched that 100 coin. But apparently I didn't, because there it is. I feel kind of... Okay, we're going to go even lower then. There. Yeah, okay, I got it that time. Cool, I'm going to drop... okay, don't... Okay. If you want to just kind of save time, you can kind of use the A button to drop into a current over there. And there we go. So if we wanted to backtrack, we can use that current over there, like I said. But for now, we're going to just break all these. And that'll free the last Mega Pillow. Well, they can do their little dancey dance. And after that, we are free to end the episode, because we have pretty much taken care of what we need to take care of. So next episode will be a side quest thing. 28 pillows achieved, which is the max number of pillows. We got all the beans, I'm pretty sure, that we can get in our first ascent, because I believe there's only 5 beans you can't get. So, we're pretty good to go on Mount Pajamaja. A couple longer episodes than the end, but we've actually taken care of this faster than I thought we would, which is pretty cool. So, anyway, hey! Double Mega Pillow! It's time for a new dance. Mega Sean, Mega Kush. Sean Kush doesn't really have the same punny joke, though. So here we go. Kush says Kush. Sean says Sean. Then say Kush and Oh, wait! It's Kushon! That's the joke! It's Kushon! Get it, cushion? Oh! I get it now! Sean Kush. I understand everything! Uh-oh. They're getting hyper again. Yeah, the Muscle Lord saved the world! So, it's time. The summit of the mountain is up ahead. But of course, that means there will be a boss up ahead. So, we have to be very careful. These guys are raring to go. Beef for 2! Beef stew. These guys have the best catchphrase. What? Pretty much that, Starlo. What? So, we're gonna end the episode here, though, because it's gone long enough. Kushon! Oh, he caught a dream cold. Oh, how adorable. Now you guys won't be lonely because your names go together. I have fused into one person. Anyway, that's all for now, guys. In the next episode, we're actually going to climb down the mountain using this pipe and take care of a side quest. Some side quests that we need to do. So it's going to be a quick, and then also fight a pterodactyl. So it's actually going to be a really short side questy episode. And then we're going to fight the boss. Probably not in the same episode, but then we'll have a boss episode afterwards, because things get pretty interesting at the summit of the mountain, as you can imagine, being very relevant to the plot. So we'll take care of all of that, and we're also going to give everyone their beans next episode as well, or maybe at the start of the boss episode. So prepare for that soon, guys. This is LuckySevenDX signing out. See you guys for the side quest episode, and then the conclusion of the Mount Pajamaja. That thing, yeah. Bye, guys!